It's a late daily, but I have stories. First and foremost, we have an update tonight. I believe we will get things for Save the World. Archer teased UI stuff. I've been sent a teaser, which is unhelpful. You know what? I'm going to put Freight on blast here. He sent me a picture of a sick person emoji and a nose with a cloud. My best guess, I literally know nothing other than two emojis, is we're gonna have like a plague doctor buff to the hero. I don't know, or like the female variant as some sort of, I have no real idea. So we'll just see. We'll just see. I expect something for Save the World tomorrow, and because Save the World is part of this update, it's very likely that the missions will change. We do have 3 V-Buck missions today. The one that I've been showing you is in Stonewood, and the other 2 are less accessible in the 132 evac. I recommend queuing that mission while the rest of the video plays on, because it's going to take 10 minutes for that mission to start. Might as well hang out with me. And then the other one's in the 140 Atlas. That's pretty straightforward. So we have 3 V-Bucks today, and they might go away with the update. It's not every time, but it's sometimes. So if you have any interest in grabbing these and you have the time available, go ahead and run these so you don't miss out. And yeah, that's literally it. I have no idea what the update's tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be UI update or not. We'll see. And if it's worth noting, I will absolutely cover it, of course. Just like I covered the Whisper 45 in a video that was recorded yesterday. That's my plan. It's a fun video. You should check it out. No, we recorded that right before The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out. A long time ago, but still fun either way. So yeah, daily llamas are weapon llamas. 200 extra tickets is not that bad. You might want to log in. Maybe you got a legendary copy of something. Dungeon daily is right here, the lab. If you want to get some extra golden tickets, there you go. And big reminder to pick up the Survivor Supercharger. It's not gone tomorrow, but it's gone soon. So I will definitely be streaming Wednesday, maybe tomorrow, probably Wednesday. I'm absolutely going to get that before it goes away, because that is one of the only ways to raise your power level. Once you got them all maxed out, that is the only way to raise your power level. So definitely want to do that. All right, let's go to Battle Royale real quick here. I have nothing actually to say. It's, you know, just a bunch of casual stuff that we've seen plenty of times before. A couple of bundles and lockers coming around. You know, lots of things to grab, but nothing brand new. So if you're interested in picking up anything, feel free to use code Mista at your checkout. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, it's a pretty normal day as far as BR days go. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you to everybody who's using my code. I had a guest yesterday, and even though I'm late today, I didn't really want to have a guest again because I knew I'd be back home and in a really good mood. So I'm sharing my good mood with all of you. I had a very, very productive day, and I really appreciate you watching the videos. I have more tier lists on the way. If you guys really like those updated videos, you should vote with your clicks. If you enjoy my videos, watching them is the wow, that is adorable. Watch it. You named your cat Bed Socks. That's a BS name. Get it? Bed Socks? Okay. Also very cute. Cats coming back from the vet. I hope they're okay. Snuggling together. At least they've got each other. Very adorable. You know, this is meant to be people using my creator code. Instead, we're just praising Model O, or it might be Model, I don't know. It's got the hexes. You can't tell anymore. Either way, I like the ultralight mice. And we got all the things going up here, and code Mista over there. I appreciate it. Yeah, all the cats as well, showing them off. But yeah, I had a very productive day, and I'll talk about that later. So thank you everybody for using my code. It really goes a long way. As a creator, I get 5% of your purchase, and that financial dollar is very useful. All right, let's do some Save the World real quick here while we can, hoping these missions don't get reset. Like I said, the V-Bucks are, of course, available today. 490B is always linked down below if you guys want to see these specifically, but I'll point out the Survivor and Twine, and I'll get you any decent missions here as we go along. Thank you, Adam, for joining so I can actually see these missions. We're going to be starting off all the way in the 94 zone. Yeah, not too much going on in the lower zones in Ventures, but we got the 94 4-player with 4x perk up. Then we got a crazy Retrieve the Data mission, amazing wall trap that does tons of damage, and an amazing SMG that does tons of damage for the same mission. And Retrieve the Data, pretty straightforward mission anyway. It's not even that hard. I also want to point out the, yeah, just the 140 zones. Yeah, just right up here. 4x perk up and the Repair the Shelter, and a Purple Survivor if you want it. So pretty casual on the Venture side of things, but in Twine, we've got the healing pad. Really good for healing you. I know, shocking, right? But no, what's really shocking is the Zapatron. Nope, I was thinking the not Zappo Max, but the Wall Dynamo. Okay, it's over. Stormblade, really good melee in the 88 resupply. That one made my top 10 list. 4x Lightning the Bottle and Epic Perk Up in the 88 4-player. That's just a series I'm going to keep teasing until it goes live in a year from now. Machinist Harper, really good for upping your trap durability. Put her in support or the lead to make your traps last kind of forever. Not literally, but kind of. 1 Legendary Survivor is available in the 116 or 2 the data, so if you want to raise your power level, that's a mission to run. 4x Perk Up, the 116 4-player, and I'm going to use this opportunity to explain a misconception. For the longest time, we've had a bug where sometimes it'll say 200x Epic Perk Up. I get this a lot of I get this comment a lot in the lower zones where they're like, oh, it says 40x drops of rain, bees. Why didn't you point it out? It's 200 times 1. It's just 200 epic perk up. Why it says X, I don't know. It's not multiplying by anything. It's just 200 epic perk up, so it looks like a ton. It's not. I mean, 200 is a good amount. Don't get me wrong, but it's not any more than that. So just figured I'd clear that up because I do get that comment quite a lot. V-Bucks, as mentioned earlier, 4x reperk and 266 epic perk up, not too bad. V-Bucks, as mentioned, and then we got 369 reperk, nice. 4x drops are in the 144 player and 369 reperk, nice. 5x perk up and epic perk up in a really easy repair the shelter mission. And then we got 5x drops of rain plus rain in the Ride the Lightning. And yeah, these two have exploding death bomb, but they're both pretty easy. So if you need perk up and rain, I'd recommend running one of each. Hell, if you don't have that Survivor Supercharger yet, you might want to run those anyway. In the 58 zone, we got a lot of traps. So wooden floor spikes are good for stalling enemies. Ceiling zapper is good for nuking a smasher. Then you got wall lights, which are pretty good for stalling enemies, but floor freeze do the job better. Just a lot of traps and candy, just kind of randomly. So didn't figure any of them was worth too much of a highlight, but figured you might want to know about them in general. And then the 64 zone, I just wrote wall. It probably means wall launcher, yeah. So it's really good for shooting enemies off the map or into death pits or back through your trap tunnels. It kind of doubles the damage. A very solid trap. 4x something in, there we go, 4x reperk in the 28 4-player. And I guess there's a couple of purple survivors there in the 34 zone. If you're a lower power level player, a purple lead is honestly sufficient just to get that power level moving. I used a purple lead for the longest time. I've told the story a million times. I had 7 mythic leads and still had a purple mythic lead in my offense slot. I just could not find a better one, so it works. 4x drops are in the 15 zone and the V-Bucks as shown 0 seconds into the video. So yeah, ops trivia and story time. Yeah, called my accountant, called the bank today. I got some stuff sorted out. Then I cleaned my entire desk drawer today. So I have this ball, very accessible. As soon as I found this, I ran upstairs and threw it at my dad. It was the only thing to do. Got some of these like Twitch bags that they gave us, and I put things inside of them just to organize my souvenirs. I got this little baggie that Matt just sent me forever ago. This is one of my 2 Storm King pins because I have 2 now, and he sent me a bunch of these little pins. This is a video on my channel, by the way. I can link it down below. But I still have all of this stuff, of course. And this, by the way, it has real-life V-Bucks. Look, that was a dime, but look, I have real-life V-Bucks in here. So, yeah, a couple of 3D printed ones, kind of cool, and he sent me, like... Anyway, my point is, I have a whole drawer full of souvenirs and things, and I just organized the crap out of it today. I took a ton of the cables out of here that don't need to be in here, because cables should be readily accessible, but not, like, in a desk drawer that's meant to be... Okay, I will do that later. Oh, yeah, here's the other Storm King pin. Magis was nicer, so I kept his in the thing there. But yeah, I've also got the entire tech drawer organized. So to those who don't know, I've got like Valve Index stuff here. That's part 2 of my story, by the way. Yeah, there's a lighthouse for that. I might as well just keep this out. I hope it's not damaged. But look, I organized every single one of my USB cables. Isn't it beautiful? There are like 30 cables just all in here. I have USB of all standards accounted for. And then I organized every single one of my HDMI cables, because when you have as many monitors as I do, these things just sort of happen. And Sig and I saw a deal from Micro Center where it must have been an accident. They had printed their HDMI cables at $1 a piece, so we bought everything they had. The store workers were so confused, but they're like, well, it says $1. We have to honor it. It's like a law or something. And Yeah. So I'm not gonna rip apart my entire drawer, but to just take my word for it, I organized every single cable in the drawer. There is one loose cable, and it's just like a power strip, and that's fine. It's big enough that it won't get lost. So now, if I ever need a cable again, which I often do, those who watched the PC stream yesterday saw me grab an HDMI cable and a power cable just yesterday. It's a very regular thing that I need to grab stuff, and I'm so glad I did. So organizing both of those drawers put me in an organization high. But I saw my Valve Index stuff because I bought that forever ago. I didn't love it. I don't have the space. So my dad and I, we theory crafted. We did everything we need to do to like turn the basement into a VR station. So we're getting curtains to block out the windows so there's no reflection. We've got something that can block a mirror down there so the reflection's good. I got these poles that will like stick to the floor and the ceiling with pressure, and that'll stay upright, and you can clamp the lighthouses to those. That'll be looking down at a bigger basement area where we're gonna have a cart, and then my laptop that's not set up, it's out there on the pool table, that will drive the VR pretty well, actually. It's a very, very fast laptop. So I'm stoked. And that took all evening. My dad and I just chit-chatting, going back and forth, talking about different curtains and what might work out. And it just was a very productive day. So I was in store in the zone. That's why I didn't want to guest today, because I wanted to share all of this goodness. And I didn't want to be messing with a video. We were looking at stands for where the laptop could go. We didn't settle on one because good furniture is like $400, and we were just not going to spend that kind of money without really thinking about if it's going to fit the space and the theme and the aesthetic. And I had a good day. I stopped to eat. Not even, actually. I was messaging people while eating because I was sorting out my Florida trip. Sister might join us, which is super cool. We were getting her a pass for Orlando, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay. Super, super cool. You guys will probably be getting some dailies from Florida, by the way. Yeah, I just sorted out a lot, is what I'm saying. It was a very, very productive day. But some office trivia to send us out here. Dwight is not assistant regional manager. What is he? Assistant to the regional manager. Yeah, he has this like fake title. During his last 2 weeks at Dunder Mifflin, Michael mixes up some scotch with this sweetener. Comment down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out the new video. I got plenty more coming out. I need to schedule some non-tier lists, because tier lists are like really easy to make, but I don't want them to overtake my entire channel. So I'll get some fun stuff out for you guys. Unless you want the trap tier list to go live a little earlier. That might happen. We'll see. Leave a comment.